Welcome back to English Flow Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jerry. It's great to have you with us again, wherever you are, morning, evening, or somewhere in between. Today, we're talking about something everyone wants to know: how to learn English faster and more naturally. We call this episode Learn English in 3 Simple Ways.
3 ways that actually work. No magic, no boring grammar drills, just real habits that make your English flow like water.
So, grab a drink, sit back, and let's start with number 1. Speak out loud.
Exactly. You can't learn to swim by just watching videos. Same for English. You can't just listen or read. You need to open your mouth and speak, even if no one's around. Talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing. For example, I'm making coffee. The smell is amazing. I need sugar. No, maybe not today. Simple sentences like that build your brain's English pathway.
I love that. I used to do it while cooking dinner. I'd say, "Now I'm chopping onions. Oh, my eyes are crying again." My friends thought I was losing it, but my English got sharper.
That's the trick. You have to lose the fear of sounding silly. Language learners grow faster when they speak daily, even for 5 minutes.
If you're shy, record yourself on your phone, listen back, and you'll start to hear patterns, words you repeat, pronunciation to fix. It's like having your own private coach.
And don't forget, your pronunciation doesn't have to be perfect. Focus on clarity, not accent. English is global. A clear accent is more powerful than a perfect one.
Right. The goal is communication, not imitation. You want to sound like you, just in English.
Let's do a little practice right now. Repeat after us wherever you are. Yes, even if you're walking or driving. Just whisper.
Ready? Say, "I can learn English easily." Go on. I can learn English easily.
Next. I speak English every day. And one more. My English gets better and better.
Nice job. You just trained your speaking muscles for free. That's method 1. Speak out loud daily. No excuses.
And remember, consistency beats intensity. 10 minutes a day is stronger than 1 hour once a week.
Exactly. Keep it light, keep it fun. English should feel like a friend, not a school subject.
All right, let's take a breath, because up next is our second powerful method, one that will completely change how you listen and think in English.
Let's jump straight in. The first simple way to learn English fast is to speak out loud. Not in your head, out loud.
Yeah, that's the secret most people forget. You can read grammar all day, watch videos, listen to podcasts, but if you never say anything, your brain never learns how to move your mouth in English.
Exactly. You can't learn a language silently. Even if you're alone, speak to yourself. Talk about what's happening around you. Like, I'm washing the dishes, or I'm walking to work, or I'm so hungry right now.
That's perfect. When you describe your real life in English, your vocabulary connects to memory. It sticks. I used to talk to myself while cooking. Now I'm frying eggs. Don't burn them again, Jerry. It sounds silly, but it works.
And the cool thing? You don't need anyone to correct you every time. Your mouth gets used to English rhythm. You start feeling the language instead of translating it.
Right. It's like building muscle memory. At first, your tongue feels slow, your brain hesitates, but after a few weeks, English sentences come out naturally.
Here's a little exercise. Say this right now. No excuses. I can learn English easily. Go on. Say it out loud.
Now try, I speak English every day.
And one more. My English gets better and better.
See? You just did speaking practice. Easy, right? You didn't need a teacher, a classroom, or fancy software, just your voice.
That's why speaking out loud is step 1. It turns English into something real, not something trapped inside your notebook.
And remember, you don't need to sound like an American or British person. Focus on being clear, not perfect.
Yeah, accent doesn't define fluency. Confidence does. The more you speak, the more confident you become.
So even 5 minutes a day of speaking is gold. Make it part of your daily routine. Morning coffee, speak. Walking outside, speak. Talking to your pet, speak.
Exactly. Don't wait for a perfect time. Every moment is English time.
That's the first simple way. Now let's talk about something that builds listening power and natural understanding, the second method.
All right, let's move on. The second simple way to learn English is to listen like a child.
That's a powerful one. You know, when kids learn their first language, they don't open grammar books. They listen for thousands of hours before speaking fluently.
Exactly. They hear sounds, rhythm, and emotion first, and then one day words just start coming out. If you copy that same process, English becomes so much easier.
So the trick is not just to listen, but to listen actively. Don't just play something in the background. Pay attention. Repeat what you hear, copy pronunciation, copy tone.
I always tell my students, your ears are your best teachers. Listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, movies, even songs. If you hear a phrase you like, stop and repeat it.
Yeah, like when you hear someone say, "What's up?" or "That's awesome," repeat it right away. Don't wait until later.
Exactly. That's how you train your brain to recognize real English, not textbook English.
And music helps a lot. When you sing along, you memorize vocabulary with rhythm and emotion. For example, if you sing, "Don't stop believin'," you never forget that phrase again.
Music is magic. It connects words with feeling. That's why songs are such a powerful tool for learning. When you like what you hear, your brain opens up and remembers more.
And don't worry if you don't understand every word. When you were a kid, you didn't understand every word your parents said, right? You still learned.
That's so true. You just need the big picture. The more you listen, the more meaning you'll pick up naturally.
Exactly. It's like your brain starts doing the translation work without you noticing. You begin to feel when a sentence sounds right or wrong, just like a native speaker.
And here's a fun tip. Choose voices you enjoy. If someone's voice makes you bored, you'll stop listening. Find podcasts or creators who make you laugh or inspire you.
Yeah, learning English shouldn't feel like school homework. It should feel like hanging out with friends, like this.
Exactly like this. And when you listen every day, even for 10 minutes, you'll notice your English improving without effort.
Your pronunciation gets better, your accent softens, your vocabulary grows, and the best part? You start thinking in English.
That's the goal. Thinking in English. Once you do that, everything becomes easier. No more translating in your head. Words just flow.
So, rule number 2, listen like a child, repeat what you hear, and have fun doing it.
Perfect. Now let's move to the third simple way, something that makes your English real, active, and unforgettable. Let's get into the third simple way. Learn through real life. Forget boring textbooks. Learn from the world around you.
Exactly. English isn't trapped inside a classroom. It's everywhere, on street signs, menus, YouTube comments, product labels, movies, even memes.
Yeah, like when you see "handle with care" on a box, that's vocabulary. When your phone says "battery low," that's a phrase you already understand in English.
Right. Every little thing is a mini lesson. The more you notice English around you, the faster you grow. It becomes part of your daily life.
Here's something I always tell my learners. Connect English with real actions. If you're cooking, read the recipe in English. If you're shopping online, switch the language to English.
That's such a game changer. When English becomes part of what you already do, you stop studying and start living the language.
Exactly. Like when you're texting a friend, try writing a few sentences in English. Or when you think of something funny, describe it in English in your head.
And don't worry about mistakes. Every mistake is just proof you're using the language. Nobody ever learned perfectly by staying silent.
That's so true. I once told my student, make 100 mistakes every day. You'll learn 100 things. He laughed, but after a week, he improved faster than anyone else.
Mistakes are part of progress. If you never make them, you're not trying enough.
Here's a great trick. Label things around your room. Write door, mirror, window, chair. You'll see those words again and again, and soon they'll feel natural.
That's one of my favorites. It's visual, practical, and it really sticks. And for tech lovers, change your phone language to English. Every time you unlock it, you're learning.
Yeah, it might be confusing for a few days, but your brain adapts quickly. Before you know it, you'll be thinking, oh, that's what settings or notifications mean.
And another cool thing, use your hobbies. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love gaming, play games in English. Make English part of what already excites you.
That's the secret. You remember better when you care about the content. If you learn English through what you love, your motivation never dies.
Totally. You know, I learned a lot of slang from movie subtitles. I'd hear something funny, pause, rewind, read it again, boom, new phrase learned.
Exactly. Real life gives you context, emotion, tone, and memory. You never forget phrases that made you laugh or feel something.
So to wrap this one, don't separate English from life. Make it part of your world. That's how you turn learning into a lifestyle, not a chore.
Beautifully said. Okay, we've got speaking, listening, and real-life learning. Up next is something that connects everything together. Practice with emotion. Now let's talk about something that can completely change how fast you learn. Using emotion when you practice English.
That's a big one. Most people try to study English like a robot, flat, serious, quiet. But the truth is, your brain remembers emotion, not boring repetition.
Exactly. When you feel something, when you laugh, get excited, or feel curious, your memory becomes stronger. It's like emotional glue. The words stick.
That's why when you remember a funny movie line, you can say it perfectly years later. You didn't study it, you felt it.
So, when you practice English, don't just read like a textbook. Act it out. Smile. Use your hands. Change your tone. If you say, I'm so happy today, sound happy.
Right. Pretend you're an actor for 5 minutes. When you express emotion, your pronunciation improves too, because real emotion changes your rhythm.
And it helps you understand native speakers better because they use feelings, not just words, to communicate. When someone says, no way, you can hear the surprise. When they say, really, you can feel the curiosity.
Exactly. English isn't only words, it's energy, tone, timing. If you train your ears and your heart to catch those, your English sounds alive.
So next time you practice, try reading a short paragraph 3 times. Happy, angry, and sad. You'll notice how much easier it becomes to remember it.
Yeah, and honestly, it makes learning fun. You stop feeling nervous and start enjoying the process. When English feels good, your brain says, let's do more of this.
That's the secret. Don't make English just a skill. Make it an emotion. If you connect it to good feelings, you'll never quit.
Beautiful. So let's summarize what we've covered today.
We started with speaking out loud because English is sound, not silence. Then we learned to listen like a child. No stress, just curiosity.
After that, we explored learning through real life, making English part of your everyday world. And finally, we talked about using emotion, letting your feelings help you remember faster.
Those 4 simple ways can transform your English learning completely. You don't need to study harder, just smarter and more naturally.
Exactly. And the best part, you can start right now, wherever you are. Speak a little, listen a little, notice English around you, and bring emotion into it.
You'll be surprised how quickly your confidence grows. English isn't about perfection, it's about progress.
Right. And every small step you take adds up to big improvement. Just keep moving, keep listening, and keep enjoying the journey.
That's all for today's episode.
If you enjoyed this, make sure you come back for the next one. We'll talk about how to think in English naturally without translation.
And remember, practice a little every day.
Keep it fun and trust the process.
You're doing great.
This has been Chris,
And Jerry.
and you've been listening to the English Flow Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, and keep learning every single day.